Hi YouTube, it's Kathy. We're filming in my bathroom, which means this must be a readathon vlog, and yes it is, for obviously the BookTube-A-Thon, because you can read titles. It is about 12 minutes until the BookTube-A-Thon starts on the East Coast, and that's when I'm going to start because that's when the first reading sprint is, and I feel really left out here on the West Coast, waiting these whole 3 hours type thing. I mean, other people have already been doing it for almost 21 hours, and I have some FOMO anyway, so I'm going to start on East Coast time, because I can. When I flipped a coin to determine my first read, it came up on Love Beyond Body, Space, and Time, so I will be starting this right at the stroke of 9 o'clock my time. This is also my book for which I need a hat, so this, I guess. Possibly this. I mean, I'm indoors and it's about to be dark out, so I really don't need it facing forward. While I'm just standing around waiting for the time to tick down until when I'm allowed to officially read, let's revisit my TBR, shall we? The one that I can't show you is called Homefire. It won the Bailey's Prize recently, and it's an audiobook on my phone. My book with green on the cover is Well That Escalated Quickly by Francesca Ramsey. Book about something you want to do is Bandette. She's a spy. Who doesn't want to be a spy? Book to movie adaptation, I'm just gonna go with Simon. I've read the book, I've seen the movie, I've done both these things multiple times. Just gonna do it again because it's easy. My book with a beautiful spine is The Poet X, because yes. And then my spare book is Spun, which is a nice short novella. Still got 9 minutes. Guess I better get a beverage. Woo! Sprint time. Had to turn that damn hat around so I could actually rest my head against the wall. Hope it's good luck. Not that anyone can see me. It's not even 11 o'clock yet and I'm already ready to go to bed. I got about 2.5 stories into that anthology, so I will read more of it tomorrow with the hat. But I'm gonna go to bed now because I work tomorrow. Good morning, I'm on my way to work, so it's time for a walk and talk. I haven't read anything else this morning because I rolled out of bed, showered, and then now I'm on my way to work. But I brought my hat with me so I can sit in the break room at work and read. I also brought another book with me, Bandette, in case I wanted to read that instead, because sometimes you just don't feel like reading whatever you brought with you, so you should always bring 2 things. Also, since I'm on my way to work, I'm about to start Homefire, which is my audiobook. And now I just wait for my coworkers to mention that I'm wearing a hat and it's weird. Sorry, there's a fan going in the background because it's like 35 degrees and you don't know what that means, most of you, because Canada. So I read a little bit more with my hat on, and then I did the book attack video, which I will link in places for you. That was kind of fun. And now I'm eating vegan pizza and I'm gonna do some more reading with the hat on, obviously. 11 p.m. bathroom update. I have finished my first book, which means I no longer have to wear this hat, which is good. Because it's hot. It's really hot, and I'm not getting any less hot by wearing a hat. So this was an anthology, so I liked some stories better than other stories, but on the whole it was a good read. I think I'm going to read the first chapter of this graphic novel, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I gotta work in the morning. Hello, it's your Tuesday morning walk and talk as I go to work. I did 2 chapters of Bandette last night. It's really cute, I'm really enjoying it. The character is really fun and I like her a lot, so I'm glad that my friend recommended it to me. So I brought that with me so I can read it at work during my break. I do a weird split shift on Tuesdays, so I open one library and then I go really far to another library and close that one. So I've got this 2-hour gap for lunch instead of 1. So in case I finish that, I also brought along Well That Escalated Quickly so I can start that, hopefully, because my Tuesday evenings I always hang out with my bestie, so that's not reading time. And I'm done work. I read most of the rest of Bandit, but there's like this little story at the end that's like a written story that I've got about a page left of, and then that'll be done. Also, I've listened to at least 1.5 hours of Homefire today. I'm really enjoying it. It's got different perspectives throughout, and I don't know if we're gonna go back to previous perspectives or not. Anyway, I'll give better thoughts about it when it's done, usually. But I'm gonna listen to more of it on the way to my best friend's house because she feeds me every Tuesday. So it's the end of Tuesday night and I'm waiting to go home, and here's my thing about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of August. I should do my monthly wrap-up tomorrow, but I work and then I'm supposed to have a bath because it's Wednesday. That's a thing. So maybe I'll film it tomorrow? Maybe I have to film it the next day? I'd like to get it up as soon as possible. My bus is coming. See you tomorrow. Wednesday morning walk and talk. So last night I finished Bandette, which means I've finished 2 full books. I'm more than halfway through my audiobook, and next I'm going to read Well, That Escalated Quickly. The fun thing about today is it is the 1st of August, which means I need to film my monthly wrap-up, and I think I read 23 books, somewhere around that number, so I need to do that whole thing tonight as well as try to read. That's why readathons shouldn't go over the month date, because sticklers like me like to get things done exactly on time. Extra pressure on ourselves, basically. And I'm done work for the entire week. I don't usually work Thursdays, Fridays, those are my usual days off. Saturday I booked off because I also don't work Sunday, and then Monday is a holiday here, so I don't work for the rest of the week. I can do all the reading and pet sitting and going to see The Tempest for the 3rd time because Shakespeare. I'm very excited. But now I have to go home, and I counted, I read 26 books last month, so now I have to do a 26 book wrap-up. Alright, since I saw you last, I talked about 26 books on camera. There was 48 minutes of raw footage, which is down to 23 minutes. It's exporting. It's been exporting for an hour. It looks like it's got at least another 20 minutes to go. While I've been waiting, I took a bath and read some of Well, That Escalated Quickly, because it's still BookTube-A-Thon, obviously. I got shit to do. Hi, it's Thursday morning, and we're not doing a walk and talk because I don't need to go anywhere for a couple hours, but maybe I'll talk to you then too. You never know. I stayed up until 2 a.m. doing the captions for my July wrap-up, so now that's up, and I'll link it in places so you can go check it out. 26 books is a lot. While it was exporting last night, I read some of Well, That Escalated Quickly, and I'm going to do some more of that before I go over to my best friend's house and help her get their car checked before they go on a road trip, because I am house sitting for them this weekend. How could I deprive you of a walk and talk? It's a much gloomier day than I anticipated, but then I actually get to wear this jacket and I don't feel like a total weirdo wearing full-length pants to cover up my tattoo that isn't quite healed yet. It's mostly healed, I just can't put sunscreen on it yet. I got through another couple of chapters of Well, That Escalated Quickly, and I'm really enjoying it. I didn't know a lot of this background because I didn't really start really watching YouTube until about 2015, so a lot of this is background that I sort of knew but didn't really know all the context of. As per usual, I used my bus ride to listen to my audiobook, which means I'm only 15 minutes away from the end of Homefire, and it's really good. I don't have time now to tell you how good it is because I'm just walking up to my friend's doorstep, but obviously I will talk about it more in a bit. I'm taking a little bit of a break from reading to watch The Tempest right next to the ocean. Here's a scene of it. Jealous. And I'm also getting in some reading before the show starts. That was a fun night, and I got some reading done during the intermission and took a really great photo at intermission. But now it's time to go home, maybe read a little bit more, and go to sleep. I've had a full day. Finally home, getting warm. Also, I forgot to tell you that I finished Homefire on the way to Shakespeare, and now I'm actually listening to Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda because it was available through the library, so that's lovely. I've already read this book this year and last year. I'm doing it again, because why not? I actually feel a little bad that we missed our morning walk and talk. It's Friday, and the reason I didn't walk and talk is because I'm actually pulling luggage and a computer bag with me because I'm going to house sit at my best friend's house this weekend. Currently listening to Simon. It's wonderful as always, and I'm sure I will get the rest of my reading done unless her cat murders me. Alright, it's about 5 p.m. and I've done mostly no reading. Oh good, the animals are being loud. Awesome. I have to pet sit this beast. He hates me. And this dog, who is eating the grass, loves me. The frog is probably indifferent, and also there is a lizard. She's probably also indifferent, but her name is Luna, and she's really cool. Anyway, I've spent the entire day watching Survivor with my best friend, the cat. Scares me, because the last time I was here, he drew blood within the first 20 minutes of his parents leaving, so there's that. I'm gonna be over here. Hi. So I'm gonna do some reading before I go to my book club, because I need to get this done. Like, I should finish this today to be on track, and I'm only halfway through, so I'm gonna do that and eat some food. So I figured I should feed the animals, but this one is standing right next to the bowls that they are fed from. Oh good, he's moved, so now I can actually approach the bowls, because if I go anywhere near him, he will try to murder me. So here's the thing that I forgot from the last time of reading Simon, which was before I saw the movie. He swears all the fucking time. Totally forgot about that. I'm okay with it, obviously. I swear like a sailor most times, but try not to on YouTube. But if you've made it this far in the vlog, I'm sure you can handle it. Good morning. It's Saturday, and the seagulls here decided that everyone needed to be awake at 6 a.m., so I've been up for a little while. It's not quite 8, and I realized that there's a place like 4 blocks from here that will make me some vegan waffles, so that's happening because I'm not making my own food. I'm too tired, and this isn't my house, so I know there's food I'm allowed to eat. I know that my best friend would be like, hey, just eat the food, but also vegan waffles, and I don't have to make them myself, so that's happening. Last night I stayed up relatively late reading some of this. I still need to finish it. I'm about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through. This morning when the seagulls woke me up but I didn't want to use my eyeballs, I listened to Simon for a little while, and I feel really behind because it's the second to last day and I still need to finish those 2 books and then read The Poet X and Spun, so I am super behind. Next 2 days are pretty much just gonna be read, do some more reading. Try to be done by 9 o'clock tomorrow night because I started early. I started on East Coast time. So now that I'm realizing how much I have to do, I'm freaking out a little bit. But let's turn it around. I can totally get this done. So I had my waffle. It was small, but I ate it and it was tasty. So I decided that I needed more food, so I bought some food and put it down in the living room for just a moment while I went to the other room, came back and the dog was eating it, so I'm just not supposed to eat today, apparently. So I finished that escalated quickly, which was very well done, so I've checked that off my list, and I decided to treat myself to some toaster waffles with peanut butter on them because the dog ate my fruit. And while I was doing that, I listened to some Simon vs. the Homo sapiens agenda, and I just left him and his family on Christmas morning before an interesting conversation. So now I'm going to start The Poet X, which looks very long but is written in poetry, so hopefully it's not going to take me too long to get through it. Because again, I feel like I'm very, very behind because all of this ends tomorrow. Okay, so I finished The Poet X. Like, I thought it didn't take very long because it's written in poetry, which is great. It was extremely expressive. I really liked the format of it. I really liked the story. I enjoyed that the protagonist was having questions about religion, but they weren't just based on like, oh, people think religion is dumb, because that's something you see a lot in popular culture and a lot in discourse, basically, and it was just refreshing to see somebody have their own personal feelings wondering about it, as opposed to it just being attacked on the whole by somebody on the outside, if that makes any sense. Even though I'm not religious whatsoever, I feel like it is important to be respectful of people who are. Also get chilly, so I borrowed my best friend's sweater, which she probably won't know because she never watches this far into vlogs. Also, she wouldn't care because she's my best friend. So that being said, I have a little less than 3 hours of Simon left, and then I have my last novella to read, which is called Spun, so I will probably pick that up in a few minutes, but first I'm going to check the social medias, make sure the world is okay outside of this apartment. So I ended up babysitting tonight so my friends could go see The Tempest, the same show that I showed you before. So I didn't get a lot of reading done because kids don't let you do that. But I am about 70% of the way through Spun, and I think I have like I think I have about 2 hours left of Simon, so I will get them done tomorrow and I will finish the readathon on time, which is good because I was a little bit scared this morning, but it's gonna be fine. I'm super tired though, and I figure that I can just leave both of these until tomorrow so I don't have to do them in this week's weekly wrap-up because lots of books have already been read, so many things to already talk about. These ones can be next week. Good morning, it's Sunday, and I feel like I'm depriving you of a walk and talk, so we're just gonna walk around the apartment while I do this. So I have read all of my books except for I need to finish the last couple of hours of Love, Simon, or Simon vs. the Homo sapiens agenda, and then watch the 2 hours of Love, Simon, because movies, that's the adaptation, obviously. And then I'm done. The weird thing about this readathon is it's always set from a Monday to a Sunday, and my reading week for my wrap-ups is Sunday to Saturday. So when I don't finish my reading by the end of Saturday, I feel like I've failed, even though I still have this whole day to do the last few reading things, so it's weird. It just ends up that my reading gets to be split up into 2 different weeks, basically, for my wrap-ups, which just feels weird to me, but literally makes no difference to anyone else. So I finished Spun just this morning. It's a cute little novella. I really enjoyed it, even though I haven't read the first book in the series for years, but I remember the basic premise, and it's kind of covered in the novella, so you don't even need to read the book to enjoy the novella. So I am going to make myself some waffles with peanut butter because I'm reading Simon, and listen to Simon until that's done, and then watch the movie, and then I'll be done. And then I can do my weekly wrap-up because that still needs to get done today, and then also edit this vlog because that should go up pretty soon too. I've just finished listening to Simon, which means I've read all 7 books for the challenges, and it just means that I need to rewatch Love, Simon, which I'm personally okay with, let's be honest. Let's do this. And with that, I've finished Love, Simon, which means I've finished all of the challenges. Now I need to just figure out how to get this darn certificate. So I'm glad that worked out after how much I freaked out yesterday about how much I was behind, but I made it up. I will of course talk more about all of these books in my weekly wrap-ups, the first one going up tomorrow, and then a couple of the books overlapped onto Sunday, so it'll be in the next weekly wrap-up. But if you want to talk about any of these books with me, let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!